Hello and welcome to another edition of Goal Line Crossers. I am your host, the pretty one, Andrew Fry, with my lovely wife, Stacy Fry. Say hello, Stacy.
Wait, are we sticking with that? The pretty one? We're like,
I'll change it next week. That's fine. I liked it. I liked the 2 weeks. Someone commented on the YouTube that they thought it said the petty one, so making sure that I am clear it is one, and then I'll come up with something new next week.
I did get other comments too. People liked it, so that's fine.
Thank you.
So I'm a little, I don't know, disjointed maybe. I had a little fender bender earlier, and that
Oh,
has
do
put me in a
tell
bad
to the
mood.
listeners and the watchers because I know about your said incident and it has made for a great morning.
So anyone that's familiar with our area, the Starbucks parking lot on the Carlisle
The
Pike is a
pretty one,
nightmare to
Andrew
navigate.
Fry, with my
And
lovely
the
wife,
wheels on your car
Stacy
are
Fry. Say hello,
really
Stacy.
Wait, are delicate. we sticking with that?
And
The
we had a
pretty
little
one,
run-in,
and
I'll
they
change
are
it
no
next week.
longer
That's
black
fine. I
wheels.
liked it.
They are now
I liked the 2 weeks.
have a
Someone
little
commented
accent
on the
of
YouTube
silver
that they thought
from
it
a
said
little
the petty
collision
one.
that
So
I have
making
offered to
sure
pay
that I
for out
am
of my
clear it is
allowance
one, and then
to have
I'll come up
repaired.
with something new
But
next week.
it's put me in a mood.
The
I did
wheels
get
are
other
not
comments too.
delicate.
People liked it,
Wheels
so
are not
that's fine.
intended to hit curbs.
So
Like, let's
I'm a
just
little,
be honest here. Like
I don't
that
know,
is just a known
disjointed maybe.
fact
I had a
in the
little
world that
fender
wheels
bender
are not
earlier,
intended to hit curbs. So
and that has
blame the wheels
put
on
me
you
in a
tell
bad
to the
mood.
listeners but and that the was watchers a great because entry I know to you about coming into your my said office and
incident,
saying,
and
it has made for a
so
great morning.
So
Have some
anyone
bad
that's familiar
news.
with our area, the Starbucks parking lot
And
I
then
should
going
have
out
told
my
you.
bad.
Is a
I should have
nightmare
just
to
let you
navigate.
find it and then be like, what
And
did you
the
do?
wheels on your
No.
car
I
are
feel
really
like you did the
delicate.
right thing because the reaction would
And
have
we had a little
perhaps been
run-in,
worse. But either
and
way,
they are no longer black
we'll
wheels. They
get
are
it fixed.
now
I've
have a
discussed
little
making
accent
changes
of
anyway,
silver
so we'll
from
be
a little
okay. But yeah,
collision
it put a damper
that
on the
I have
morning. But
offered to pay
we're
for
heading into a
out of my
holiday weekend.
allowance
We're
to
heading
have
into college
repaired.
football
But
kickoff
it's
this
put me in a mood.
weekend. Like
The
wheels
wheels
are not
does it
delicate.
get any better?
Wheels are not
Ireland game
intended
last
to
weekend,
hit
but like
curbs.
a real
Like
weekend
let's
of
just
football. Like
be honest
mean,
here.
it's
Like that is just a known fact
So
in
it
the
could damper
world
this morning,
that
but
wheels are
we'll
not
pick it
intended
up
to hit
later
curbs.
today
So
for sure.
blame
All
the
right.
wheels
Well,
all
to
you
make
want.
you feel even
But
worse,
that was a great
let's
entry
talk about
to
our
you
picks from
coming
last week.
into my office and saying,
Why do you have to go
so
there?
is there a reason
some
that
bad
you have to
news.
just
I
make
need
my day even worse?
I need to make
And
myself
then
I should
going
have
out
told
my
you.
I need to make
of course.
I
myself feel
should have
better.
just let
So
you
I'll make
find it and
myself
then
feel
be like,
worse.
what
For
did you
those of you listening
do?
and those of you
No.
who perhaps listened
I
last
feel
week,
like
I
you did the
personally
right
thought
thing
that
because
the
the
reaction
Seahawks
would
were
have
going to
perhaps
play
been
more
worse.
starters,
But either
what
way,
have you. I knew the Cowboys weren't going to
we'll
play
get it
anybody.
fixed.
But the
I've
Seahawks are
discussed
just
making
bad.
changes
And
anyway,
so the
so
Seahawks
we'll be
beat the
okay.
Cowboys.
But yeah,
I'll
it
own
put a
that
damper
one.
on the morning. But
I
we're heading into a holiday
look,
weekend.
there's a reason I do not
We're heading
gamble
into
on
college
preseason
football
games,
kickoff
and
this
has
weekend,
been
like
the
real
evidence for that.
football.
So
I
does it
know
get
what
any
you're
better?
an
So
Ireland
you're
game
now,
last weekend, but like a
because we're
real
done with
weekend of
preseason
football.
now.
Like
So
I mean,
one and
it's
three, is
gonna
that your final
this is
record?
gonna be great.
I have a
So
losing
it
record.
could
That is
damper
an
this
accurate
morning,
statement.
but
Like a
we'll
really,
pick it up
like
later today
very
for sure.
losing record.
So
All
that's
right.
fine.
Well, to
We'll
make
see
you
what
feel
happens in the
even
regular season.
worse,
That's all I
let's
have to
talk about
say.
our picks from
Okay.
last week. Well,
I'll
for
get a
those
new
of
pair.
you,
Why do you
I'll
have
get
to
a new
go
pair of
there?
turtle doves.
Is there a
That's fine. Oh my
reason
gosh.
that you have to just
I
make
need,
my
I
day
picked,
even worse?
I need to
Bengals
make
Rams
myself feel
game,
better.
and
I
I
need to
chose
make
the
myself feel
Bengals.
better.
All right,
And
so I'll make myself feel
look at
worse.
me,
For
3 and
those of
1.
you listening and those of you who
We
perhaps
shouldn't have made a bet
listened
on
last
that.
week,
I am 3 and
I
1. Why are you making a
personally
face?
thought that the
Is
Seahawks
that
were going to
right? Am I
play
2
more
and 2?
starters, what have you. I knew the
No, I'm
Cowboys weren't going to
definitely
play
3 and 1.
anybody. The
Why are you just
Seahawks are
letting
just
me
bad.
process this
Because
over? Why
I
the
think it's
Seahawks beat the
hilarious.
Cowboys?
I'm
I'll own
just
that
gonna
one.
let it go.
You're not giving me anything.
Look, there's a reason I
So
do
yeah,
not gamble on
shoot, we should have
preseason
made a bet
games,
on
and
that.
this has been
No, we
the
didn't,
evidence.
and that's
of
okay
that.
because
So
the regular
you're
season
welcome.
is coming around the corner.
So
you're
and
now,
so
because we're
again,
done with
because the
preseason
regular
now.
season is coming
So
around the corner,
1 and 3.
we
Is that your
have
final
we,
record?
let's kind
I
of
have
get
a
into
losing
this,
record.
right?
That is
So
an accurate
we
statement.
started the
Really,
podcast, in my opinion, a
very
little late.
losing record.
That's fine. We'll see what happens
mostly
in the
due to
regular
me,
season.
so we'll totally
That's
own
all.
that
That's all I have
one.
to say.
Okay.
But we do have to play
Well,
a
for
little bit
those
of
of
catch up
you,
for the division
I'll get a new pair of
predictions,
turtles
so to
doves.
speak.
That's fine.
So
Oh my gosh.
we're gonna try to run through them a
Anyway,
little
I
quicker
picked the
today, and we're
Bengals
gonna double up.
Rams
We're gonna do
game,
two of
and
them
I
like we
chose the
said last
Bengals.
week.
And
And so we're going to start
look
with
at
the
me,
NFC
3 and 1.
East. And so
We should have made a bet
my
on that.
favorite
I
division,
am
it's
3 and
our,
1. Why
I
are you
would
making a
call
face?
local division
Is that
with
right?
where we
Am I 2
live
and
in
2?
the United States.
No,
And
I'm I'm definitely 3-1.
Right now, I
Why are
think
you
the
just letting
division
me
is
process
really
this
up for
verbally?
because
I think
so
it's hilarious.
we're going to start with
I'm
perhaps
just
the
gonna
worst
let
team
it
in the
go.
division.
You're not giving
I
me
really
anything.
think this could go
So,
one
yeah.
of two
Shoot, we
ways,
should
to
have
be
made a bet
honest.
on
So I'll be
that.
curious your
Yeah,
opinion
no,
on
we
this.
didn't, and that's okay
But
because the regular season is
I
coming
am
around the
actually
corner.
going to go
And
with.
so
again,
Washington
because the regular
Commanders
season is coming
as
around the
the
corner,
worst team
we
in the
have
division.
let's kind of get into this, right?
Yeah.
So
Carson
we
Wentz,
started the
not
podcast,
sold on
in my
him.
opinion, a little late.
Two,
A
and
guy
that's
who was going to
mostly
be their
due to
starting
me,
running
so
back just
we'll
got
totally
shot
own
in
that
the
one.
buttocks.
But we do have to play a little bit of
catch up
say.
for the division predictions.
And Chase
So
Young
to
is
speak.
hurt.
So
Okay, just there's a
we're
lot
gonna try to run
of
through them a
question marks on
little
the
quicker
Commanders.
today, and
So
we're double
I'm
up.
going to
We're
go
gonna
with
do
the
the Commanders
Commanders
last
last
week.
And so we're
So
going
you
to
and I have
start
ours
with
flipped,
the
and
NFC.
I just want to preface
And
this
so
with it's been 4
my
seasons
favorite
since an
division,
NFC
it's our,
East
I
team
would
won
call
a
local
post-game.
division with where we
Postseason.
live in
Yeah.
the United States.
Which
so,
I think is about when
right
I
now,
switched my
I
fandom
think the
from the
division is
Giants
really up
to the
for
Saints.
grabs.
So
And so
it's all lining
going to
up
start
now
with
that
perhaps the
I
worst team
apparently
in
am
the
a
division.
bandwagon
I
jumper
really
guy.
think
You
this
know,
could go
it is
one
what
of
it is.
two ways,
Yep.
to be
So
honest.
I have the
So I'm
Giants in
curious
fourth.
your
I
opinion
think
on this.
they have the addition
But
of the two
I am
people from the
actually going to
Bills,
go with
which maybe will
the
help them.
Washington Commanders
Saquon
as
Barkley
the
has
worst
to stay
team in the
healthy.
division.
Do you mean the coaches
one,
from the Bills?
They're people,
Carson
but they're not
Wentz, not
dogs.
sold
The
on
two
him.
people.
Two,
the players,
you know,
it could
a
have been
guy who was going to be their starting
trainers,
running
like
back, just
No.
got
random
shot
people
in
from the
The
Bills.
coach and the
as
GM.
Forrest Gump would
The
say.
coaches. Okay.
Yeah.
And Chase Young is hurt.
Because I agree.
Just there's a
Dable
lot
is
of
legit,
question
so
marks on the
continue.
Commanders.
Yeah,
And
so,
so
you know,
I'm
I
gonna
think
go
that will
with
help.
the
I don't think we're
Commanders
going to
at
see the
4.
benefits of that this
So
season.
you and I have ours flipped.
And I just
Before I was
want to
rudely
preface this with
interrupted,
it's
I
been
brought up
4
Saquon
seasons
Barkley.
since
He's
an
missed
NFC East
18
team won
games
over the past 2 years. So postseason.
Obviously,
Yeah.
he's an important part of their team, and
which
he has to stay
I
healthy.
think is about when I switched
All
my
that
fandom
together, though,
from
I
the
think they're going
Giants
to
to
be
the
in
Saints.
fourth. I
So
don't- it's all lining
and
up
I
now
actually
that
didn't think it was
I
that
apparently
close.
am
I
a
had the Commanders
bandwagon
in a
jumper
solid
guy.
3.
Oh,
You know,
agreed.
it is what it is.
So then,
So I have the Giants in
we'll just
fourth. I
lead
think
right into,
you know they have the
obviously, as you
addition of
noted,
the
yes, ours are
two
flipped, right? So
people
I
from
actually
the
have the
Bills,
Giants
which
at 3.
maybe will help them.
And yes,
Saquon
Terry
Barkley has
McLaurin
to stay
and there's
healthy.
people.
weapons
Do you mean the
on
coaches
Commanders
from the
they
Bills?
They're
still have,
people,
but again,
but they're
I'm
not
just not a
dogs. The two
believer in
people.
Wentz, and I'm not a believer
The
in
players,
some
it
of the
could have
coaching
been
staff in Washington.
trainers, like
No,
That is going to
random
lead
people
into
from
why I
the
think
Bills.
the
The coach and
Giants
the
are
GM.
better, and not by
The
a
coaches.
ton, maybe
Okay.
by a
I'm just
game.
making sure
Because
because
I
I
think they're
agree.
better.
Dable
I
is
believe in
legit,
Dable.
so
I
continue.
think he is a
Yeah,
great
so,
coach,
you know, I
a
think that
great
will help. I
offensive
don't think we're
mind.
going
What
to
he
see
was
the
able to
benefits
do
of
with
that
Josh
this
Allen in that
season.
offense, even
Before
prior
I
to
was
getting
rudely
some of the
interrupted,
studs
I
that they
brought up
got towards the
Saquon
end of
Barkley. He's missed
his tenure
18
there.
games over the
I
past 2
believe
years.
in
So,
his ability,
you know,
plus to
obviously
coach
he's an
up
important
people
part of their
like
team, and
Daniel
he has to
Jones.
stay healthy.
So having Daniel Jones in
All
a
that
contract year,
together,
I
though,
think
I think
Barkley
they're
is
going to
going
be
to
in
stay
fourth. I
healthy.
don't,
That's just
and
I'm
I actually
banking
didn't
on
think it
that,
was
right,
that
with this
close. I had the
prediction.
Commanders in
I
a
also think
solid
some of the
3,
young
but
players they've drafted,
So then,
with Thibodeau,
and
et cetera, I think
lead
they're
right
going
into
to
obviously
show up.
as you noted.
Yes,
There are
ours
question
flipped,
marks,
right? So I actually have
the
the
receiving
Giants
core.
at 3.
Galladay really hasn't done much.
And yes,
You know, Tony has been
Terry
a little bit of a
McLaurin,
disappointment.
and there's
still question marks around
weapons
him.
on the Commanders.
But
They
if
still
they're
have,
able
but
to
again,
get something
I'm
out of
just
those
not
guys,
a believer
get something
in
out of the
Wentz,
rookies,
and I'm
and
not
I
a
just
believer
believe in
in
the coach.
some of the
I think they're
coaching
slightly
staff
better
in
than the
Washington.
Commanders.
That
Daniel
is going to
Jones
lead
has
into
shown
why
that
I
he
think
can
the
play.
Giants are better,
He
and
just has
not
a
by
lot
a
of
ton, maybe
downtime,
by a
and I think
game.
Wentz
But I
has
think
just
they're
as
better.
much with
I
Daniel
believe in
Jones having
Dable.
more
I
upside.
think
So
he is
that's
a
where
great
I'm at with
coach,
the
a great
Giants. and
offensive
It has a
mind.
lot
What
to
he was
do
able
with
to do with
Dable,
Josh Allen in that offense,
at the end of
even
that.
prior to
yeah. So I
getting
think
some of
really
the
our
studs that
disagreement
they
just
got
comes in.
towards the
You
end of
think that
his
the
tenure
coaching
there,
staff has
I
the
believe
ability to make the
in
change
his
in one
ability,
season,
plus
and
to
I
coach
don't.
up people like
So,
Daniel Jones.
yeah.
So having
okay,
Daniel
let's skip
Jones in
up
a
to number
contract
2 then.
year, I think
Sure.
Barkley
So
is going
this
to
is
stay
again,
healthy. That's just I'm
it
banking on that, right?
could be
with this
neck and
prediction.
neck. We have a
I
lot
also
of
think
fans
some of the
who are
young
Eagles
players they've
fans.
drafted,
So a
with
lot of
Thibodeau,
them have been asking me
and
lately,
et cetera. I think
especially
they're going to show
certain
up.
gentlemen by the name of Dan.
There are
of,
question
like,
marks.
What's your honest
The
opinion? Who do
receiving
you
core,
think's gonna win the
Galladay really
East?
hasn't done much.
I'm a very,
Tony has
very
been a little bit of a
realistic
disappointment. There's
Cowboys
still question
fan.
marks around him.
But if
Always
they're
see
able to get
have
something
been.
out of those guys,
I think the
get
Cowboys
something
are
out of the
too.
rookies, and I just believe in the coach.
think
I think they're
they've
slightly
gotten hit
better
with
than
some
the
injuries.
Daniel
Here
Jones
in
has
camp,
shown that
Tyron
he
Smith
can play.
one of the key ones.
He just has a lot
They
of
had some
downtime,
key individuals
and I think
depart in
Wentz
the offseason.
has just as
much with
Daniel
they
Jones
have
having
kept
more
the coaching
upside. So
staff
that's
together,
where
which
I'm
is
at with
that's
the
okay.
Giants.
They had a
It
good
has a
year
lot to
last
do
year.
with Dable.
They're really counting on
at
some
the-
young
at
guys
the
to
end of the
step
day.
up.
Yeah, so
And
I think really our
that,
disagreement just
that's going
comes
to come
in.
with
You
growing
think
pains.
that
And so I
the
think they're going to
coaching
be number
staff has
2.
the ability to make the
I
change
think they
in
have a
one
shot at the
season, and I
playoffs
don't.
just because the
So,
rest of the division is bad. So I think they can
so
be a
okay,
wild
let's
card.
skip up to number 2
But I
then.
do not
Sure.
think that they're
So
going to
this is
ultimately
again
win the division or overcome.
could be
Eagles.
neck and neck. We have a lot of fans.
So you
who
and
are
I are
Eagles
disagreeing
fans.
a lot today.
So a
I
lot
have
of them have
flipped.
been asking me lately,
I have
especially
Eagles in
a
second.
certain gentleman by the name of Dan, of like, what's
I'll
your
just
honest
comment
opinion?
on your
Who do you
Cowboys
think is going to win
commentary.
the East?
I
I'm a
agree with
very,
you on a lot of the things
very
that you're saying.
realistic
Honestly,
Cowboys
I think
fan.
we need to see more out of Zeke this
Always
year,
seen-
mostly
have
because of what he
been.
gets paid.
I think the Cowboys are
But
too.
Dak coming
And
back
I
this
just
year
think
really
they've
turned their
gotten hit
season
with
around,
some
and I think if he's healthy
injuries
this year,
here
I think
in
he
camp.
can lead
Tyron
them to
Smith
a number
being one
one
of the
spot.
key ones. So
They had some
I
key
worry, and again,
individuals
I can
depart
talk
in the
Cowboys all
offseason.
day, so
They
I'll
have
move
kept
to
the
some of my
coaching staff
Eagles
together,
reasoning in a
which is
second,
that's
but
okay. They had a good
as
year
a
last year.
fan, I am
They're
nervous
really
about
counting
the
on
weapons
some young
Dak
guys to
has.
step up.
You
And I
know,
think that that's
CeeDee
going to come with
Lamb
growing
is
pains.
good, but
And so I think
he's
they're
a
going to be
one
number
guy.
2.
Gallup's coming back.
I think they have a
hurt from
shot
an
at the
ACL
playoffs
injury.
just because the rest of the division division is bad, so I think they could be a wild card. Yeah, they let, but I do not. I would say a key person they let go was Cedric Wilson. Division, or going to realize that, but he's now in Miami.
So
He
you and
actually
I are
accounted for
disagreeing a
quite a
lot
few
today. I
touchdowns
have
in the
them
middle of the
flipped.
year last year when folks were
I
hurt.
have the Eagles in
He's a
second.
he's a key
Um,
loss that I just don't
I'll
think
just
people are
comment on
talking
your
about
Cowboys
enough.
commentary.
Not to mention the offensive line.
I agree
La'el
with you on a lot of the
Collins,
things that you're saying.
Tyron
Honestly,
Smith, et
I
cetera.
think we need to see more
I
out of
agree
Zeke
with
this
you.
year,
It's
mostly
close,
because of what he
but
gets paid.
I'm realistic.
But
And my reasons
Dak
for the
coming
Eagles
back
are
this year really turned their season
Jalen
around,
Hurts
and
just
I
has
think
to
if
be
he's
a
healthy
driver.
this year, I think
He just
can
has to be
lead
what
them to
people
a
call
number
the
one
bus
spot.
driver. Like Parcells, I worry, and again, I can talk Cowboys all day. So weapons everywhere. AJ Brown, revisiting in a second, but if Miles Sanders as a fan, I am nervous about the weapons that has adequate last year, not above adequate. CeeDee Lamb defensive talent. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson guy. Gallup's coming back hurt. Their prime injury. My only hesitation here is every time the media and everybody else is blowing the Eagles up, Cedric Wilson. People aren't going to realize that. So that's my only hesitation here. He actually accounted for quite a few touchdowns in the middle. Can he be a bus driver? Folks were hurt. Not hurt them. He's a key loss that I just don't think. Do they blow up just because their trend is when the media loves them? La'el Collins. That's it. Tyron Smith, etc. So I agree with you.
It's almost like you're
close,
reading the notes that I have on my screen.
And my reasons for the
about
Eagles
the Eagles, literally, I have
Jalen
big
Hurts
season for
just has to be
Jalen
a
Hurts
driver.
1 year from a big
He just
payday or
has to be
finding
what
another
people call
team.
the bus driver.
Upgraded his weapons by adding Brown, Devonta Smith, Pascal, lots of options.
There are weapons
Defense
everywhere.
is solid, a lot
AJ
of
Brown,
talent linebacker. Their biggest hole was safety,
if Miles
which you already
Sanders
mentioned.
comes back healthy,
Gardner-Johnson.
their offensive line proved to be adequate last year,
Is
if
he
not
a free
above
safety?
adequate. They've added defensive talent.
Whatever, same thing. Kind of close.
They're prime.
But I agree with you, right? Like, and maybe it's because of where we live.
Is every time the media and everybody else is blowing
right?
the
Like
Eagles
when
up,
they talk, everybody.
tank.
You have
And so
another
that's my
friend,
only hesitation here.
Bob,
Only.
who,
Hurts,
oh my gosh, the first
can he
two
be a bus
games
driver
of the season, like Eagles
not
are going
hurt
to the
them?
Super Bowl,
Pun
and that
intended.
just seems like Eagles
And
fans in
do they
general
blow up
sometimes
just
feel
because
that
their
way.
trend
So
is when the
I always
media
have
loves
that in the
them,
back of my
they
head.
stink.
But
That's it.
and you mentioned
So-
about Miles Sanders if he stays healthy. It's almost like you're
I don't
reading
know.
the
I guess
notes
it's 6
that
of one,
I
half a
have
dozen
on
another
my
for me.
screen.
I think I was just being
about
nice
the
and putting
Eagles.
Cowboys on
Literally,
top
I
of you.
have big season
Well,
for
thank
Jalen
you.
Hurts 1 year from a
I'm
big
just-
payday or
just
finding another
overall
team.
realistic.
Upgraded
So
his
again,
weapons
we'll
by adding
see.
Brown,
We'll see where we
Devonta
end
Smith,
up.
Pascal,
But we had
lots
a
of
lot of
options.
disagreements. in
Defense
the
is
East.
solid,
I
a
think
lot of
that's the
talent
most
linebacker. Their
yet
biggest
so
hole
far.
was safety,
So,
which you already mentioned.
impressive.
Gardner Johnson from my
And so
screen.
I think we said last week we'll
Is he
move
a
on
free
to
safety?
the next division, just to
whatever,
try to
same
again
thing,
double up
kind
and
of
get there
close.
quick. And so we're going to move to your division.
But I
the
agree with
NFC
you,
South.
right? Like, and maybe it's because of where we
again,
live,
I would argue
that
this
we
one
feel
has
that energy, right?
similar
like when
sort
they
of
talk, everybody,
top power
you have
and
another
bottom,
friend.
and let's see where they land.
Bob.
So I'm just gonna
Who,
kick it off.
oh my gosh, the first two
I
games of the
think
season, like
that-
Eagles are going to the
I'll
Super
be
Bowl.
curious your opinion.
And that
I think
just seems
Atlanta
like Eagles
is
fans
going
in
to be the
general
worst
sometimes.
team.
I don't think
feel
it's a
that way.
question. So I
Okay,
always have that
then
in
we're
the
in
back of my
agreement
head,
there. That's
but,
great. I could see people
and
saying
you mentioned
Carolina,
it to
but
Miles
just
Sanders if he stays
Atlanta's in a
healthy.
rebuilding. Their new
I don't know.
coach
I guess
last
it's 6
year,
of one, half a dozen
started
another
that
for me. I
process.
think I was just being nice.
We're getting
and
rid of
putting
Matt
Cowboys at 1 for
Ryan,
you.
going with Marcus
Well, thank you.
Mariota.
Again, I'm
Kyle
just
Pitts is really
overall
the offensive
realistic.
star.
So,
So again, we'll see. We'll see where we end up
for the
but,
year.
we had a lot of disagreements on
I
offense.
think that's the
I don't
most
care how
yet
good their
so
defense
far.
is.
Yeah.
And they're going to
Impressive.
struggle. And so
agreed.
And so I
Atlanta
think we said
more
last week we'll
And I
move
don't
on
think
to
their
the
defense is that
next
good.
division.
They were
It
ranked
is
26
just to try to
last
again
year.
double up.
I'm
And
not
get there
saying
quick.
that it is.
So we're
I think
going
their
to move
offense
to
put
your
them in some tough
division,
spots,
but I
NFC
agree.
South.
I don't think
And
their defense.
again,
I would
I'm
argue
just
this
saying,
one has
their defense could be amazing.
I just don't think
Similar
they're
sort
gonna
of
score enough points to win.
top
Yeah.
power
No matter
and bottom.
No, I think it'd be a
and let's see
miracle
where
for
they
them to
land.
come in anything but
So I'm
fourth.
just gonna kick it
there was
off.
and that's a lie because now I look at my
I'll be
notes
curious
for
your
the
opinion.
Panthers,
I
so
think
the third,
Atlanta
and I say
is going
almost
to be
had
the
them at
worst
fourth.
team
I don't
in
think
the
it's a
division.
question.
Okay, then
Well,
we're in
then.
agreement there. That's great. I could see
I think
people
they're
saying
heavily
Carolina, but
relying
just
on McCaffrey.
Atlanta's in a
and
rebuilding.
which
Their new coach last
McCaffrey
year, started that
historically has
process.
not
But
been
getting rid of
healthy,
Matt Ryan,
so
going with Marcus
I think they're going to
Mariota.
struggle. I think their quarterback
Kyle Pitts
situation
is
is a
really
little,
the offensive star of that team.
Really?
Calvin Ridley
I do.
suspended for the year.
So I had them at
Just
3 as
have a
well.
lot of holes on
And
offense. I don't care
part
how
of
good
that
their
is I
defense
actually
is.
think Mayfield
They're gonna
gets a
struggle.
bum
And
rap
so,
from
agreed.
Cleveland.
So
So
I
I
think
think
Baker
Baker
Mayfield
Mayfield
could
And I don't
be
think their
an
defense
upgrade
is
for them
that
and a
good.
significant
They were
upgrade.
ranked 26
It is
last year.
that
Yeah.
agreed. I'm not saying
more
that
and
it is.
more
I think their
production,
offense
Robbie
Robbie Anderson more
Anderson,
production. But I agree. I don't think their defense.
you
is
hit the
that
nail on
good.
the head with
I'm just
McCaffrey.
saying
It really is
their
just
defense
help.
could
When
be
he is
amazing.
on the
I just don't
field,
think they're going to score enough
dynamic.
points to win.
And so if he can
Yeah.
stay
matter what.
healthy,
No, I
their
think it'd be a
offense
miracle
could
for them
be
to come in
pretty
anything
good.
but at fourth.
in my
Like,
opinion. Like, I think
it
their
was
offense can score.
and that's
Their
a lie
defense
because
has
now
holes,
I
their
look at my
defense has
notes for the
issues,
Panthers, so I have the
but
third, and
They
I
should
say
probably get a
almost had
safety
them at
in
fourth.
Gardner Johnson.
Um,
maybe they will. Well then.
I
he's
think
gonna be
they're
a safety
heavily
one day.
relying on
At
McCaffrey.
some
and
point,
DJ
he's going to
Moore,
be a
which
safety, and you're going to tell me that you were
McCaffrey
right. But that's okay.
historically has not
But no,
been
I
healthy.
think they're number
So
3.
I think they're going to struggle. I think their
with
quarterback
honestly some good
situation is a
potential.
little.
So we'll see.
Really?
But it is a
I
make or
do.
break year for the
So I had them at
coaching
3
staff,
as
in my
well.
opinion.
If their
and
coaching staff does not,
part of that is I
I
actually
if their
think
team
Mayfield
does not
gets a
produce
bum
or
rap
at
from
least
Cleveland.
compete,
So I think
I
Baker
think
Mayfield
Lula's
could
out.
be an
So
upgrade
I
for
think
them,
there's
and there's a lot
significant
riding here. I think
upgrade.
they have a lot in the Mayfield
that
basket.
means
and I think
DJ
he's
Moore
gonna
more
so,
production.
So now we have
Anderson
now we have the
more
top
production.
2, which again,
You
much
hit
like
the nail on the
myself,
head
tugs
with
at your heartstrings.
McCaffrey. It really is just
It
health.
does.
When
Let's
they're
say
on the
let's say
field,
our number 2
dynamic.
on the count of
And
3.
so if he can stay
Okay.
healthy,
Okay, ready?
their
1,
offense could be
2,
pretty good,
3.
in my
Saints.
opinion. Like, I think their offense
Yeah,
could
we're
score.
It's
Their
look,
defense
you have
has
to be
holes, their
realistic,
defense
right?
has
Even though
issues,
you're a fan.
but
They should probably get a safety in
So,
Gardner
I mean,
Johnson, but
maybe they
I
will.
really do want to put them at 1. I don't think
He's
they're
gonna be a
getting
safety
enough
one
credit.
day.
I don't think they're
At
getting
some
enough
point
credit.
he's going to be a safety. And you're
Honestly,
going to tell
I
me
mean,
that you were right.
I'm
But
putting them
that's
at
okay.
2, but
But no,
much
so I think
like
they're-
we
I
talk
think
about
they're
how the
number
media
3.
talks about the Eagles, I think the
With
media
honestly
talks
some good
about the
potential.
Bucks the same
So,
way because
we'll
of
see.
Tom Brady, right? And
But it is a make or break year for their
Here
coaching
comes the
staff,
hater
in
in
my
I
opinion.
know, I'm
If their coaching
trying.
staff does
I'm
not,
really trying,
if
but
their
I
team does
just
not produce,
all right. Let me
or at
focus on
least
the Saints.
compete,
So Winston's
I
back.
think Lula's out.
Before he
So I
got
do
hurt,
think
he
there's a
looked
lot
good last
riding here. I
year.
think they
He's
have a
looked
lot
good in
Mayfield
preseason. Michael
basket. I think
Thomas
he's gonna
is
perform.
back.
So now we have the top 2.
And I'm a Saints
Which
fan, but I'm
again,
kind of a
much
Michael
like
Thomas
myself,
hater.
tugs
I
at your
just,
heartstrings.
I don't know.
It does.
Some about
Let's
him
say
rubs
our-
me the wrong
let's
way. I
say
think
our
he's
number
trouble in the
2 on the
locker
count of
room.
3.
Okay.
I don't know. Okay, ready? 1, 2,
Something about
3.
you rubs him the wrong
Saints.
way. Yeah, we're equal. Look,
Maybe.
you just have to be
Is that what I
realistic.
said?
Yeah, that's
Maybe
I'm
that
like,
was a
what are you?
Freudian slip.
What are
No.
you? What are you getting
So,
at there,
I mean,
dear? So
I really do
but
want to
yes.
put them at 1. I don't think they're getting enough credit.
So
I don't
anyway,
think they're getting enough
you
credit.
know, their defense
Honestly,
is solid.
I mean,
I'm
I
putting
don't know
them
how to
at 2,
pronounce his
but
name. I think it's Olave.
much
He
like
looked
we
good
talk
in
about how the
preseason,
media
so there's
talks
some
about the
weapons.
Eagles,
I
Olave,
think the media talks
and
about the
he's-
Bucks the same way
That
because
sounds
of
like
Tom
Winston.
Brady,
Yeah,
right?
well,
And
it's simple. Here comes
but,
the hater.
you
in.
know,
I know
our running
I'm
backs, we still have
trying.
Alvin Kamara,
I'm
who-
really trying, but I don't think
I
he was
just-
as great last
all right,
year
let
as
me
he has
focus on
been
the Saints.
historically,
So
but
Winston's
he's
back.
injured.
still
Um,
solid. Before
And
he
it
got
doesn't
hurt,
sound
he
like
looked
he's
good
gonna get
last year.
suspended.
He's looked
So
good in
that's also
preseason.
Yeah,
Michael
no.
Thomas
So-
is
hear that,
back, which I don't
even
know how
though-
he got out of that
I'm a
one,
Saints
but
fan, but I'm kind of
Look,
I'll
legal,
take it.
hater. I
legal
just-
proceedings,
I don't
pushing
know.
things
Something
down
about me
the
rubs
down
him
the
the wrong
road.
way. I think he's
likely
trouble
will
in the
happen
locker
in the
room.
off season next year.
I
but
don't know.
for this year,
Um,
he's in the clear.
Something
And
about you
for a lot
rubs
of the
him the
reasons you
wrong
gave,
way.
I agree. I would also
Maybe.
point out a
Is
lot
that what
of
I
the
said?
yeah. That's
Maybe
I'm
that
like,
was a
what are you?
Freudian slip.
What are
I'm
you?
taking Jameis
What are you
Winston versus
getting
Tom
at
Brady.
there,
I'm
dear?
clearly
So,
going in favor there.
but yes,
Uh,
and so
Wait, you're going to favor where?
So anyway,
Tom Brady.
you know, their
As
defense
always.
We
is
swept
solid,
them last year.
and I don't know how to
Without
pronounce his
Winston
name. I
for
think
a
it's
game.
Olave.
Maybe even both.
He looked good
games.
in preseason. So
first
there's
of all,
some
your
weapons
defense
for
was
Winston.
Olave, and
One of the
he's
best in the league last
legit.
year.
And I'm not saying they're not going to be very
Yeah,
good
well,
this year, but you've taken some
But
losses
you
already.
know, our
as
running backs,
noted
we
by
still have Alvin
Chauncey
Kamara,
Johnson.
who
I don't think he was as great last year as he has been
And,
historically.
and
but
I just
he's
I
still
think that
solid.
and it doesn't sound like he's going to
You've
get
already
suspended,
noted some of
so
the
that's also
Yeah,
offensive
no,
changes.
I hear
et cetera.
that.
So
Which
now
I
we'll
don't
get into
know
the
how
Bucks.
he
And
got
so
out of that one, but
we both have the
look,
Bucks.
I'll
Legal,
take it.
legal
Brady
proceedings,
is
pushing things
a
down,
part
the,
of the
down the
reason.
road, likely will happen.
Their
in the
weapons are
offseason
coming
next
back.
year,
Evans
but
is healthy.
for this
Godwin
year,
is
he's in
supposed
the
to come
clear.
back. I
And
won't say he's healthy.
for a lot
right?
of the reasons
He's
you gave,
fair.
I agree.
We'll see.
I would also point
he's
out
coming
a
back.
lot
Yes,
of
they
the
lost
league is quarterback
Gronkowski, but
dependent.
I
I
feel
feel
like
like I'm taking
Jameis
Jameis Winston versus Tom
production.
Brady. I'm
Fournette's
clearly
back.
going to favor
You know,
there.
The big question mark
And
on
so-
offense. is
wait,
gonna
you're
be
going to
offensive
favor
line.
where?
They
Tom
are
Brady.
down to their third string
But
center,
we
which
swept them
people
last
will
year without
poo-poo
Winston.
or
for a
laugh
game.
off or
And maybe
whatever.
even
But
both
losing
games.
your center in the NFL,
First of all,
is
your
massive.
defense was
as an ex-offensive lineman, I will
one of the
tell you
best in the
center
league
is
last year, and I'm
the
not saying
brains
they're
of that
not going to be very
operation
good
is
this
super
year, but
important. You've taken some losses
going down
already,
to your
as
third string
noted by
already.
Chauncey Johnson.
Problem.
They've also lost some
Um,
others in free
Gardner
agency.
Johnson, sorry.
So
It's an issue.
and I think
Tom Brady
that
has dealt with bad offensive lines in the
your
past, so that's
you've
kind
already
of where I'm
noted some of
leaning.
the
And honestly,
defensive
defense
changes,
is,
etc.
I think,
So
returning
now we'll get
almost
into the
everybody.
Bucks.
They've got a
And
couple
so
defections.
they
but
both have the
I
Bucks
just
number
feel like
one.
their defense
Brady
is
is
solid
a
enough
part of the
that they
reason.
will outscore people.
Their
and they'll
weapons
end
are
up
coming
being able
back.
to win the
Evans is
division.
healthy. Godwin is supposed
And
to come
maybe
back.
this
I won't
doesn't
say he's
matter.
healthy,
Maybe
right?
it's just my
Knee tear.
haterade coming
We'll
out
see.
again. But Tom Brady
But he's
wasn't
coming back. Yes, they
45
lost Gronkowski, but
when he,
I mean, I feel like
you know what
can
I mean? Like, I
manufacture
think there's a
tight end
difference when you
production.
have a bad offensive
Fournette's
line and
back.
you're 45 versus
The big question mark
35.
on offense is going to be offensive.
30.
I would say that's
They are
true
down to their
if you
third
rely
string center,
on
which people
physical
will
prowess to
poo-poo
beat
or laugh
to
off or
fix that
whatever. But
hole.
losing your center
In my
in the NFL
opinion,
is
Brady
massive.
fixes
As
it
an
with
ex-offensive lineman, I
intelligence
will
and
tell you,
scheme,
the center is
meaning he gets
the
rid of
brains
the
of that
ball.
operation
And
and
so,
super important.
as long as his
Going
release
down to your
time
third
is the
string
same,
already,
I would say he
they've
can
also lost some
help
others in free
mitigate that
agency.
with that.
So it's an
aspect.
issue.
Now his team is a little different.
Tom Brady
He
has
doesn't
dealt with
have
bad offensive lines in the
Amendolas,
past,
so that's kind of
Wes
where I'm leaning.
Welkers,
And
cetera,
honestly,
that
the
he had
Bucs
in New
defenses,
England when
I
that
think
was the
returning
case,
almost
and you just
everybody,
got
they've
the
got a
ball out
couple
quick, they were there,
defections,
they
but
were ready.
I just feel like their
But
defense is going to
I still think you can
solid
scheme
enough
up a
that they
way
will
to
outscore
make it that
people,
he doesn't have to
and they'll
hold
end
the
up
ball
being
that
able to
long.
win the division.
So
So I just think we'll see a different
And maybe
offense
this
or a
doesn't
different
matter.
type
Maybe
of
it's just
passing
my
game out of him.
Gatorade coming out again. But
But
Tom Brady
and it
wasn't
might mimic a little
45
bit of what he ran in New
when he,
England.
you know what I
But
mean?
it's
Like,
going to
I
be
think there's a
because they have to
difference when you have a
mitigate
bad
that
offensive line and you're
concern.
45
So
versus 35 or
All right, so we
I would
match up,
say that's
right?
true if
Yeah,
you
yeah,
rely
we
on
got that one off.
that one we were even.
prowess
So
to
we go from the
beat
NFC
or
East
to fix that hole.
disagreeing on
In
every
my
single
opinion,
slot
Brady fixes
to
it with
the South.
intelligence
Completely
and
agree.
scheme.
So that's I
Meaning
mean
He
at
gets
least
rid of the ball
for
fast.
this point
And
we
so,
can say as
great
long as
minds
he
think alike,
his
or at
release
least
time is
my
the
great
same.
mind and you
I
getting
would say
lucky.
he
But that's
can
beside the
help
point.
mitigate that with that aspect. Now his
All right,
team
so
is a
that
little
covers
different.
the
He doesn't
NFL.
have the Amendolas,
No,
the
that
Wes
covers the
Welkers,
NFC,
etc. that he had in New
divisions we were
England.
going to
For
cover.
today.
Next year,
For
and
today.
got the ball
the
out
next
quick.
week
They were there.
we
They
will
were
cover
ready.
the last two in the NFC.
But
You know, heading
I
into
still
the
think you could
first
scheme
game
up
of the
a way
season,
to
heading
make
into the
it that
first
he
week
doesn't
of the
have to hold on
season.
to the ball that
We'll
long.
obviously do the
So
NFC
I just think we'll see a
West,
different
we'll do the
offense
NFC
or a
North.
different
I
type
am
of
going to
passing
quiz you
game
really
out of him.
quick. Didn't know
But
if you were
might
going
mimic
to
a
know
little
this. I
bit
think
of
you're
what he
looking
ran
at the
in New
computer
England.
right now, but we'll
But
see.
it's going to be
I'm not.
because they have
West.
to mitigate that
Give me the
offensive
four
line
teams
concern.
in the NFC West.
All right, so we
San
match
Fran?
up, right? We
Yeah.
match up? Yeah, we got that one off.
That one
Correct.
we were
Oh my
even.
God,
So we
this
go
should
from the
be
NFC
easy.
East disagreeing on every single slot to the South completely agreeing.
Yeah.
So that's I mean at least
Arizona.
for this point we can say great minds
my
think
gosh.
alike, or at least my great
I
mind
wish we had a
and you
soundboard. I'd
getting
do the
lucky.
Jeopardy
But that's
music.
besides the point.
Oh,
All
there
right,
is
so
no
that
San
covers the
Diego.
NFL. But are
Well,
the Chargers?
no, that covers
No.
the NFC
Did we already cover them?
divisions
Yes,
we were
we
going to
did.
For
cover.
today, the
Next
Rams
year,
for
agreed.
today.
So next week
Okay.
we will
Knew it was
cover the
one of
last
those.
two in the NFC.
All
You know,
right.
heading into the first game
Seattle?
of the season, heading into the
Correct.
first week of the season.
Congratulations.
We'll obviously do the
You
NFC
got 'em all.
West.
All
We'll do
right,
the
so
NFC
yeah, so
North.
we'll
I am
cover
going to
those two
quiz you
divisions,
really quick.
and we'll
Didn't
run
know,
from there.
didn't know if you were
And
going
so
to know this. I
I
kind
kinda
of
wanna,
looking at the computer right now.
close
but
this
we'll see.
out with
I'm not.
NFC
some
West.
college football talk.
Give me
I
the
know
four
we've been
teams
very
in the NFC
NFL
West.
heavy, right? Because there's in the
San
preseason,
Fran.
there's games going on, there's stuff happening, but
Oh my God,
college
this should
football
be
kicks off
easy.
this weekend. I mean, yes, there was a game last weekend, and it was in Ireland.
I
And
didn't even know
Arizona.
that. Who
you
was
didn't?
it?
Oh,
No.
Nebraska versus
Oh my
Northwestern.
gosh.
Nebraska got beat by
wish we had a
Northwestern,
soundboard.
which
I'd do
not
the
a lot of
Jeopardy
people saw
music.
coming. But let's just say Scott Frost might get fired
Oh,
soon.
there is no San
Why?
Diego.
Also-
Why did they play in Ireland? Is
But
it
are
like
the
an
Chargers
NFL
thing like expanding their?
Did we already
Yeah,
cover them?
and
Yes, we
honestly, just
The
revenue,
Rams?
right? They get paid to
Correct.
go over there,
Okay.
you know,
Knew it was
trying to
one
grow
of
the
those.
brand, so to
All
speak.
right, nothing but-
I think Notre Dame did it last year,
Seattle?
or 2 years ago as well.
Correct.
That makes sense.
Congratulations.
Agreed.
You got 'em all.
But that's
All right,
where
so
it's
yeah,
coming
so
from.
we'll
A
cover
little
those two
trivia or
divisions,
news for you.
and we'll
Maybe
run
you could
from
win a
there.
beverage off this
And
in
so
the future.
I kind of want to.
Did you know
close
that
this
the
out
internet
with
went down?
some college football talk?
Do you know what
I know we've
happened?
been
Because
very
the internet
NFL
went down
heavy,
right? Because there's in the
What?
They
preseason,
gave free beer
there's
to
games
everybody.
going on, there's stuff
Wow.
happening, but
Yeah,
so the
college
stadium
football kicks off this
internet
weekend.
I mean,
went down
yes,
during
there
the
was a
game.
game last weekend,
And so,
it
in
was
order to make up
Ireland.
for it, they
and
just
didn't
gave
even
free
know
beer to
that.
everybody.
Who
who
was
did
it?
the game.
Oh,
No.
Nebraska
Seems like a
versus
very Irish thing to
Northwestern.
do.
Agreed,
Nebraska
but
got beat by
you should have seen
Northwestern, which
Twitter
not a
just
lot of people saw
exploded
coming.
with like every stadium.
But let's just say
should
Scott
adopt
Frost might
that
get fired.
policy.
Once the internet went
Why?
down.
Also,
Why did
yeah,
they
to
play in
give it
Ireland? Is
away.
it like an
Like,
NFL
it's
thing,
a-
like
so
expanding
it just
their?
was nuts.
Yeah,
but,
and honestly,
but yeah,
just
so I think
revenue,
that's a cool
right? They
little
get
thing.
paid
But
to go over
so
there.
that game happened.
You know, trying to grow
This
the brand,
weekend,
so to
not a
speak.
full slate.
I think
but
Notre
a
Dame
big
did it
slate,
last
still
year, 2
considered,
years
I think,
ago
week
as
zero.
well.
That makes
Some
sense.
big games.
in Ireland.
I'm obviously a
But
Michigan
that's
fan.
that's where it's
don't
coming
know.
from. For those of you
A
that
little
do.
trivia or news for
So
you.
we play
Maybe you
Colorado
could State,
beverage
not
off this
me.
in the future.
Did
I
you
would
know
hope
that
that
it's
the
not an
internet went
Appalachian
down during the
State?
game.
Do you know what happened because the internet went down?
Don't know that reference.
What?
Michigan lost to
They
Appalachian
gave free beer to
State, even though
everybody.
they were like the 1 or 2 team in the country. Either
Wow.
way, yeah. Hopefully
So
that
the
doesn't happen.
stadium
So
internet
we'll get to watch
system
that.
went
But
down during
I mean,
the game.
Ohio State, Notre Dame.
And so
plays
in
this
order to make up for
so
it,
there's
they
some big
just gave
games
free
this
beer to
weekend.
everybody that was at the game.
And so
Seems
I
like
will
a very
say
Irish
that
thing to do.
everyone agreed, but
everyone that
you
I've
should
been
have seen
reading is
Twitter just
predicting Ohio State to
exploded
just
with
bust
like
their record.
every stadium
So
should
shout out to
adopt
Chris
that
Fry.
policy.
Once the internet went
Hopefully
back
he
up.
has a good to give it away.
But
Like,
right
so-
now,
so it just
all
was
the
nuts.
momentum was
But,
trending
so I
towards
think that's
Ohio
a cool little
State to
thing.
end
But
up
so that game happened
providing a nice little
this
whooping on them.
weekend. Not a full slate.
So I don't
but
know
a
what the
big
schedule
slate,
looks
still
like this
considered, I think,
weekend.
week 0.
I'm
Some big games. I'm
admittedly
obviously
not
a
as
Michigan
big of a
fan. For
college
those of you
fan
that don't
as I
know,
am
and for those of you
a
that
pro
do,
fan. I mean, I
so we
watch
played
it. I like
Colorado
to go
State,
to
not- I
Michigan
mean,
to the games, but
I would
when I
hope
look at
that
the
it's not an
schedule
Appalachian
and
State,
the rankings, do you
game.
foresee
And for
any
those of you that don't know
kinda,
that
like,
reference,
craziness
Michigan
happening, or you
lost to
think it's gonna
Appalachian
be
State, even though they were like the one or
the
two
people
team
who are
in the
expected to
country.
win are gonna
Either
win?
way, hoping that doesn't
It
happen.
is what it is.
So we'll
Yeah,
get to watch that.
so
I think, Ohio State.
I don't
Dame
think there's
plays
going to
this
be a whole lot of.
so there's some
I would
big
say.
games.
I think
this
there's
weekend.
going to be,
And so
the
I will
game
say
of the
that
weekend,
everyone,
which is obviously the
everyone
Ohio
that I've
State
been reading
game,
is predicting Ohio
Notre
State to
Dame
just
bust
bust
Notre
Notre
Dame.
Dame.
That
So shout out to Chris Fry.
From
Hopefully
there,
he has a
you
good
have-
weekend. If
but
Notre Dame
right
wins, that'd be an
now,
upset.
all
Again,
the
I don't
momentum
see it
is
happening. So trending
I'm not
towards
gonna
Ohio
predict
State
that.
to end up.
You have another ranked
providing
opponent
nice
going
little
against
whooping on
each
that.
other with the Arkansas.
So I don't
game.
know what the schedule looks like this
I-
weekend.
I mean,
I'm
Arkansas
admittedly
is favored.
not
They're
as big
also
of a
the
college
higher
fan as I
ranked
am
team.
a pro fan. I mean, I watch
Who do
it.
they
I
play?
like to go
They
to
play
Michigan for the
Cincinnati,
games, but
and I think Cincinnati.
when I look at the schedule and the
if Cincinnati
rankings,
played
do
a
you
good, like
foresee
a
any
perfect game, they could
kind
beat
of like
Arkansas.
craziness happening, or you think it's going to be?
Yeah, they lost Desmond
The
Ritter.
people who are
and they
expected to win
lost,
are going to
their
win.
corner,
It is what
Sauce.
it is.
But
Yeah,
I think
I don't think there's
they
going to
had
be a
talent
whole
out
lot of
last year.
upsets.
They made it
I
to
would
college
say.
football
I think
playoffs.
there's
They
going
beat Notre
to
Dame. Like
be
they beat good
the
teams.
game of the weekend.
I
which
feel
is
like that
obviously
team
the
could
Ohio
give Arkansas
State
a
game.
problem.
And
And
so
so
Dame,
if I was
I
gonna
think
pick like a
that,
ranked team upset, I would
from
say
there,
Cincinnati would be
you
the
have-
best
if
option.
Notre Dame
I
wins,
don't know
that'd
that
be an
Notre Dame
upset.
can do
Again,
it.
I
And I
don't
don't
see it
think
happening,
any of
so
the
I'm
unranked
not gonna
teams that are
predict
playing
that.
ranked
You have
teams
another ranked
are really
opponent
going
going
to be an
against each
upset.
other with the
And the one game I
Arkansas
don't want to also miss
I-
out on because some people
I
might
mean,
get offended is
Arkansas
Georgia,
is
Oregon.
favored.
They're
They're
also
also
two
the
ranked opponents
higher
going
ranked
against
team.
each other. I just want to be clear.
Who do they
Oregon
play?
has no shot.
They play Cincinnati.
No shot.
And I think
I
Cincinnati
wouldn't be shocked if
could.
Georgia doesn't win by.
If Cincinnati played a
50
good, like a
plus.
perfect game,
So
they could beat
that-
Arkansas.
Georgia's that good.
Meaning,
I think Georgia could.
yeah,
be
they
the best
lost
team in the
that
country
lost
by the end
Desmond
of the
Ritter,
season.
and they lost.
We saw them
their
live
corner,
last year, and yes, they lost
Sauce,
a lot of talent,
but
they returned a lot of
if-
talent as well. And
you know,
so
they had
I
talent
just don't
last
give
year.
Oregon
They
a
made it to
chance.
college football playoffs.
Just gonna throw it
They
out there.
beat
So
Notre Dame. Like,
upset,
they beat good
possibly
teams.
Cincinnati.
I feel
I think
like
best
that
game's
team
gonna be
could
Notre
give
Dame and
Arkansas a
Ohio
problem.
State. And so
And I think Georgia
if I was
just
gonna
blows
pick
out.
like a ranked team upset, I would say
Okay.
Cincinnati would
Any
be
opinion
the
from
best
you on any
option.
games? I know you're
'Cause I
not a
don't
super
know that
fan,
Notre Dame
but
Sounds
can do it. I
good.
don't think.
Yeah.
any
Are you gonna?
of
So are you gonna
unranked
get mad
teams
at
that
me
are
when I'm
playing
listening
ranked
slash
teams
watching the
are
Michigan
really
game
gonna
this
be an
weekend?
upset.
And
the
I
one
don't-
game I
what
don't
time
want
is
to
it?
also
Noon, right?
miss
Like,
out
yeah,
on
likely
because some
on a
people might
beach.
get offended.
Yeah,
is
I don't care what
Georgia,
you're doing.
Oregon.
I'm gonna have a
They're
cocktail
also two
and
ranked
I'll be on the
opponents
beach
going
too,
against
so I
each
don't care what
other.
you're doing.
I just want to
All
be
right,
clear.
you would-
Oregon has
Eyes
no
on the
shot.
kids. Screen.
No shot.
You all
I wouldn't
heard
be
it
shocked
here
if
or
Georgia
saw it here
doesn't win
first.
by
You know, we're good.
15
I'm
plus.
not going to get in trouble
So
for that. So
Georgia's that
appreciate
good.
that.
I think Georgia.
And
could
I
be
will
the
throw
best
out
team in
there the
country
Notre
by the
Dame
end of the
Ohio State
season.
game is at 7:30.
We saw them live
So
last year, and yes,
let's
they've lost
hope
a
we
lot of
can have that
talent,
on the TV
but they
as well.
returned a
Just
lot
throwing
of
it out
talent
there.
as well.
So,
And
Whatever
so
makes you
I
happy,
just
babe.
don't give Oregon.
I have a little
chance.
bit of
So,
news
just gonna throw it out
that
there.
I'm
So
kind of
upset
disappointed to
possibly
share.
Cincinnati.
Maybe you already know
I think
this.
best game is gonna be Notre Dame
Our
and Ohio
family
State.
has.
And I think
It's
Georgia's
hard to
gonna
find
blow it
music
out.
to listen to in the car sometimes with kids, right?
Okay.
Because
Any opinion from you
No,
on
we
any
try to
games?
keep
I know
it
you're not a
clean,
super fan, but
sound
It's
the most
good.
part.
yeah,
Are you gonna
commented on how our
get mad at
son
me when I'm
loves rap
listening
and
slash
hip-hop
watching
the other day at work
this
and
weekend?
I told a coworker that
I don't. What
it's
time
like
is
the
it?
five
Noon,
songs
right?
that he can listen to
on a beach.
sometimes.
Yeah,
And
I
he
don't care
shuffles,
what you're
so- but
doing.
it's
I'm
true.
gonna have a
Okay.
cocktail
So
and I'll be on the
we've
beach
become
too. So I
fans
don't care
of-
what you're doing. Just
Let's
All right,
keep your
you would-
tree.
eyes
Look,
on the
we
kids.
took the kids
to
screen.
see Sam
Well,
Hunt.
you
they
all
love
you all
Dan
heard it
Shay.
here or saw it here
Another
first.
group they
You
love
know,
is Florida
we're good.
Georgia Line.
I'm not going to get in
And they
trouble
broke
for
up.
that, so appreciate
Wait.
that. And I will throw out
Did you
there
know
the Notre
that?
Dame Ohio State
No.
game is at 7:30.
How do you break up?
So
You mean they ended their partnership?
let's
You
hope
make
we
it
have
sound
like
that
they
on the
were
TV.
in a
They have a
Just throwing
band.
it out
So it's, the two of them are the singers,
makes
but
you
they have a
happy,
whole
babe?
band. I have a little
Okay.
bit of news.
And they
that I'm kind
performed
of
their last
disappointed
show
to share
together.
last night.
Uh-oh.
Maybe you already
So
know
are
this.
the two lead people
Our family
staying together
has
and just
no.
keep-
It's hard to find music to
Oh,
listen
so like
to in the car.
the two lead
sometimes with
people
kids,
are
right?
ending their
'Cause,
partnership as well.
you know, we try to keep it clean.
And again, I'm
For
not
the
saying a
most
breakup
part.
because
I-
to me
I
that just sounds
commented
like
on
they're
how
in a
our son
romantic
loves
relationship.
rap
I
and
never
hip-hop
understood that
the
term.
other day
I just
at
don't.
work,
And
I
I
told
told
a
a coworker that
Again, social
difficult to
media,
find
please
songs that
comment.
he can listen to sometimes.
Do you call it a
It's
breakup?
shuffles,
Like I know
so, but
you
it's
always
true.
used to say when
So
NSYNC
we've
broke
become
up.
fans
Like to me,
of-
that's
First of all,
like you
NSYNC
breaking
never
up
broke
Drake.
up.
right?
Oh,
It
what's
never
up?
broke
Kids
up,
to see
just to be
Sam
clear.
Hunt. They
I
love
feel
Florida
like that's
Jay.
you emotionally
Another group they
saying
love is
you
Florida
broke up
Georgia
with them,
Line.
right? Like
And they
that's how
broke
I always
up.
took
That
that.
is a
Wait.
thing. Bands break
Did you know
up.
that?
I didn't
Nah,
make
it's a
that up.
it's a partnership
break
that's
up?
ending.
You mean they
right?
ended
Like
their
it's a
partnership?
business
You think it's
partnership.
not like they were in a
They have a
So
band.
love
So
comments
the
on
two
that.
of
If
them
anyone
are the
actually listens
singers,
to
but
this
they have a
for
full
the end of
band.
this show,
Okay.
would love to see
And
who
they
actually
performed their
comments
last
on
show
it. But
together last night.
Instagram,
are
let
the
us know.
two lead
Partnership or
people
breakup?
staying together?
Let's
and just
talk about
No.
our social media really
Oh,
quickly,
so
and
like
then we're gonna wrap
the
this up
two
so we
lead
can head to the
people are
beach.
ending their
Yeah.
partnership as well.
Last episode,
And again,
We
I'm not
had
saying a
5
breakup, because
followers
to me that just sounds like
on
a romantic
Instagram,
relationship.
4 of
I
which
never
were her
understood that term.
girlfriends.
I just
Shout
don't.
out to the
Yes.
girlfriends.
Again, social
We're up to
media,
12.
please comment.
Whoa.
Do you call
I
it a
know.
breakup?
I think
Like,
one
I
thing
know
rapidly.
you always used to say
like,
when
when
NSYNC
NSYNC
is
broke
it?
up. Like, to me, that's
First of all,
like you
NSYNC
breaking
never
up.
broke up.
I'm super
whatever.
excited.
Up,
We're
just to be
growing
clear.
rapidly.
You,
I'm
I
still
feel like
holding out
that's
hope.
you emotionally
So, yeah, so
saying
thanks for
you broke
following
up
us.
with them, right?
Thanks,
Like
man.
if
That's-
anyone
that's how
happens
I always
to kind
told
of
her.
like
That
work
is a
out in
thing.
PR
Bands
or
break
do
up.
that
I
as
didn't
a,
make
as a
that
job
up.
or
partnership.
whatever, it's
Leah.
gonna help us
Right?
out.
Like it's a
Yeah,
business
Leah.
partnership.
And wants to
in
help
my
us out as
opinion.
a
So
side gig.
love comments
Look,
on that. If
well,
anyone actually
welcome
listens
to
to
take
this,
any
the
assistance
end of this
possible.
show.
So
Would
still
love
looking
to
for our
see who
first
actually
guest too.
comments on
So
it. But
All right. Oh, I thought you were
ECU
going to go for a
Instagram.
sponsorship
Let us
again.
know. Oh, look, I'll
Partnership
do that
is great.
too. Look, I'll
But
wear
let's
anything
talk
on the
about
back
our
of my
social
shirt.
media
Like
really
I'll take
quickly,
any
and then we're going to wrap
sponsorship.
this up so
Give
we
me
can
some
hit some
swag,
beats.
some protein bars, whatever. I'm good.
Last episode,
And
had
still
5
looking for our first
followers
guest. So
on
Travis
Instagram,
Etienne,
4
I'll
of
take
which were
that.
my girlfriends.
I'm not
Shout
gonna
out
shoot for
to-
Tom
shout
Brady,
out to the
even though I
girlfriends.
feel like
We're
he
up to
would come
12.
on just to
Whoa.
confront his
I know.
haterade.
I think
growing
you know,
rapidly.
with
I am
you.
not his
One's
only
me.
hater. Oh, is it?
Oh,
That
no,
is for sure.
Social media
So
bears that
I'm
out
super
for sure.
excited. We're
So,
growing rapidly.
no, well, thanks everybody
so
for
yeah, so
listening.
thanks for following
We'll
us
wrap this show
on
up.
Instagram.
If
What's this gonna
anyone
be,
happens
first
to
in
kind of like work out,
is
in
that
what it
PR
is? 5.
or
Wow,
do that
again,
as a,
this
as
one
a job
actually
or whatever,
makes
Leah.
sense
help us
because
out.
very
Yeah,
often
Leah.
defensive
wants to help us
penalty,
out as a
you get
side
first and
gig.
5,
Look,
so I can get behind
welcome
this
to
one.
take any
Oh,
assistance
thank you.
possible. So
Not a problem.
still looking
so
for our
we can
first
run
guest
with that
too.
one.
So Travis,
First
Oh, I
and
thought
5,
you were gonna
everybody
go
have a
for a
great Labor Day
sponsorship
weekend.
again.
As
Oh,
of this
look, I'll do that
recording.
too.
Hope
Look,
everyone
I'll wear
stays
anything
safe
on the back
and
of my
enjoy
shirt.
the
Like, I'll
college
take
football
any
weekend.
sponsorship.
And we'll look
Give me
forward
some
to the
swag,
NFL
some
weekend
protein
and the
bars,
following.
whatever.
So,
I'm good. Talk to y'all later.
We'll see you next time.
And still looking for our first guest. So Travis Etienne, I'll take that. I'm not going to shoot for Tom Brady, even though I feel like he would come on just to confront his haterade. With
I
you.
am not his only hater.
Oh,
And that
no,
is for sure.
Social media bears that out for sure. So, but no, well, thanks everybody for listening. We'll wrap this show up. What's this going to be? First and 5? Is that
First
what it's
and
gonna be?
5.
Wow. Again, this one actually will make sense because very often defensive penalty, you get first and 5. So I can get behind this one. So
thank you.
not a problem. So we can run with that one. First and 5. Everybody have a great Labor Day weekend as of this recording. Hope everyone stays safe and enjoy the college football weekend. And we'll look forward to the NFL weekend and the following. So talk to y'all later.
We'll see you next time.